I'm going to give you an example of this. So early in my career, I worked at a startup in the enterprise CRM space. This is going back a little bit, so Salesforce was still really small. But these guys were there. We had, our competition was a big company called Siebel. And not surprisingly, every time we got into a meeting with a client, they would say, oh, you do enterprise CRM, so how are you different than Siebel? And the answer was, we kind of weren't. Siebel, in fact, was better than us in almost every way. They had 8,000 employees. We had 35. They had $2 billion in revenue. We had 1.3 million. They had hundreds of customers. We had 4. They had long list of features. We had one feature that they didn't have, but nobody seemed to care. We always put it in our demos and showed it to people and said, hey, we can do this neat thing. And people would go, you got anything else? We'd be like, no, but we'll give you a discount. That was actually our big differentiator. We were so desperate for cash, we just dropped the price if you asked. So I remember we went and did this meeting with a head of a big telco, and we said, hey, we've got this thing, and we went through the whole demo, and right at the very end, and then we showed him the price, and right at the very end, the guy says, oh, I get what you are. You're cheap, crappy Siebel. Yeah, that's not great positioning. Anyways, how we got out of this thing was by luck in this case. And the luck started was we hired a new sales rep. So the sales rep, we had a hard time hiring sales reps, as you can imagine, because we weren't selling anything. So the sales rep came in for the interview, and my CEO said, give me one good reason to hire you. And the sales rep said, I'll give you a good reason, because my buddy is the head of investment banking at Goldman Sachs, and I'm going to get you a meeting. And we're like, sounds good to us. So we hired the guy, he gets the meeting. I tag along in the meeting mainly because I want to see what the office of the head of investment banking at Goldman Sachs looks like. It's fancy, it's like this room, actually. Anyway, so we go into the meeting and we go into the demo like we always do. And we stand up the demo and we show the thing. And we get to the part where you showed our special thing. And the guy gets really excited. He's asking all these questions. He's like, does that mean we can model this and this? We're like, yes, we can. And he said, whoa, so you can model this and this? Yes, you can. He says, hang on, I need vice presidents. And he runs out down the hall, comes back with 2 vice presidents that work for him. And he says, show him the thing, show him the thing. So we showed him the thing. And they start asking the same questions. Does that mean you can model this or this? We're like, yes, we can. And he's like, what about this or this? And then they're so excited. And they all start jumping up and down. They're like literally in the office jumping up and down. Have you ever been in a room full of super excited investment bankers? It's terrifying. Anyway, so we closed the deal. And so then we had this thought like, wow, investor bankers really dig our stuff. We should try selling to some other investment bankers. And every meeting goes the same. We walk in, we show them the thing, everybody jumps up and down, we close some business. Most importantly, it triggered a conversation amongst ourselves back in the office. Like, what are we? Are we an enterprise CRM? Maybe we're just a CRM for investment banks. And at the beginning, that was a terrifying choice to make. It sounds like a small change. It was a massive change. Our investors didn't like it. They said, look, we didn't invest in you to be some niche-y thing for just investment banks. We invested in you to be like, take those Siebel guys out. And the way we reasoned it back and we finally made the call is we said, look, A, nobody else wants to buy our stuff anyway, dudes. B, we're not going to stay investment banking forever. We'll sell investment banks, then we'll sell retail banks, then we'll sell insurance, then we'll be big, then we'll take Siebel out. So that's what we did. And that change was completely transformational to the business. So we no longer competed with Siebel. We'd walk in and they'd say, we'd say, hey, we're CRM for investment banks. They'd say, hey, do you compete with Siebel? We'd say, oh, Siebel. We love those guys. What a company. So many employees, so much money, so many features. They're so great. If you're a call center in India or a manufacturing plant or a retailer, but not you, Wolf of Wall Street, you need something special. And then we show them the thing, everybody jump up and down, close the business. Everyone. So, and then more importantly, investment bankers started to come to us because that's what we were. And the end of this story is that Siebel got so sick of us kicking their tail all up and down Wall Street that they acquired us for $1.7 billion.